How you doing?
Hello and welcome. Silrace here with World of Warcraft. So I've decided to resubscribe to World of Warcraft and start playing on an entirely different server. It's like I have no characters on this server prior to making this one and the other one. As you can see on my Titan panel, I have already accumulated some gold on the server. I'm playing with no heirlooms either, because those things make the game even easier than it is, well, without them even. So I have accumulated some gold, that is to get some bags and stuff and all those things. The purpose of this footage you are seeing here is, well, firstly to show some leveling in World of Warcraft, because I plan to level this character and I'll probably turn most of that leveling process into videos. It's like the actual questing and other things. I might do some oddball other stuff, such as daily quests or whatnot, without actually turning it into footage. But otherwise, I am just running around here, doing quests, not really paying too much attention to the quests, because quests in MMORPGs for a long time have basically been pick the quest up and run wherever the arrow points, essentially. So yeah, do that stuff. But this also serves as a way for me to do and talk about completely random things. Not necessarily just World of Warcraft related, but all the other stuff which is going on as well. Whether it be other games entirely, or, you know, maybe some real life issues. I'm not gonna get into politics or religions. So you can discuss those in the comment section, but I am not gonna take any part into that stuff. So yeah. Anyways, World of Warcraft and why Troll Warrior? Firstly, back in the day when I played a lot, it's like this was back in the Vanilla and the Burning Crusade days. It's like I used to play a whole damn lot. I almost never saw a Troll Warrior. So I decided this time when I was like, what am I gonna brawl to like play? And Warrior is one of the few classes I never leveled to a max level. Right now I actually have no characters at the current max level, which is the level 100. I think my highest is something like 97 or something. I played a beta when the Warlords of Draenor, the current expansion, the latest one, came out. I decided to play a bit, but I really wasn't all that badly into it, and I was busy doing some other things as well. So then I now decided to go for a warrior, and then it's like, what race do I do? I really don't want to go and play Alliance, because Alliance just has never been my thing. I think my highest level Alliance character ever is like 39 or something. I've tried them out, but I just can't do it. So Horde it has to be. And then it was like, well, there has to be Troll, because there is probably the least amount of warriors is on the Trolls. Maybe there is now a distinct lack of Blood Elf warriors, because suddenly Blood Elves can be warriors as well, because they have been opening all the classes for basically all the damn races, which is very weird and never made any sense to me. Like, why are there now Dwarven Shamans and Dwarven Mages and Orc Mages and all this weirdness, and like Blood Elf Warriors and all that weirdness is like, whatever. I don't even know anymore. So Troll Warrior and a female Troll Warrior, because frankly the standing pose of the male troll makes my own back like ache. It is painful to watch, okay? So there is that. And also, if I am going to be running around in third-person game like this for a long time, I'd rather look at the females, you know, behind when doing that. It's like you can see that. See the point, I hope. It's like, it's not so much that I can't roleplay a female as well. I can, if I so desire to do the roleplay. Right now I have no idea if I wanna do any sort of real roleplay, because World of Warcraft when it comes to the questing and all that stuff, there isn't that much role-playing you can really do on the questings. There is no real choices you can make. Unlike, for example, in Star Wars The Old Republic, where you can have arbitrary choices essentially, depending on like, well, I can kill this guy off or I can do something else to him. Whatever. So basically, it's a Bioware game to an essence. There is that. It's kind of a shame that World of Warcraft hasn't gone more and more closer towards that type of a, it doesn't matter to me if it was like a real choice, more like an arbitrary choice. Excuse me. So it's kind of like that, huh? So yeah. And also, by the way, this is live commentary. I am playing and talking at the same time. A game like this, well, it doesn't, you know, require much thought to play and talk at the same time. It's no StarCraft 2. So yeah, there is that. And also, I really have to turn off this error speech because it's somehow on by default for whatever reason. So yeah, also accidentally killing an extra mob. Thought I needed 6, but needed 5. Let's kill one more just cause then. I already killed an extra one. Let's kill one more. Right. Then auto-run, such a nice feature by the way. It's like, this is something every game these days like should have. And also, let's turn that thing off now. Where the heck is it? It's in sound, right? Yeah, it's in the sound. Alright, error speech off, and then we can continue playing. But yeah, I have so much been spoiled by auto-run in MMORPGs. Like, whatever game I am playing these days, I'm like, where is auto-run? It's like, give me an auto-run, please. Most games, thankfully, have an auto-run feature, but not all of them, so it is a little annoying when it comes to the lack of auto-run, so to say. And the whole, thankfully we have also gotten more and more away from the whole, like, steer and move with the mouse. It's like holding the 2 mouse buttons to, like, have the character run and then steering by moving the mouse. In the way the, you know, you can do with the right mouse button obviously as well. By turning the mouse around a little bit. Drinking some water because it's like, still apparently coughing a little when I talk a lot. It's a little annoying. Haven't... well... there is that random NPC. I thought I remembered that they changed this stuff around a little.
I know this
so
is
now I have a random tag-along dude,
mind.
because obviously these quests are way too difficult to do solo, right? Oh well. Oh well. Anyways, the funny thing is like... spoiler warning, by the way, I think this guy dies at the end of this, like, Nub Island quest. I think so. I have done these quests once when Cataclysm basically changed all this stuff. So back then I went back and like took a look at the some of the newbie areas, and I believe I did one for the trolls because my first character ever in the game was a troll priest. So like that was my main in vanilla for a long time, and then I played another character and did like raiding as a chamois, and leveled also a mage. But the mage I basically did nothing with, well, other than some PvP, but didn't do much of anything else with during the vanilla days. But once we moved to turning the Burning Crusade, and I had no interest whatsoever in the raiding scene during Burning Crusade, basically just leveled the mage up to maximum and went full mode PvP and arena. It's like battlegrounds and arena all damn day long. That's what I did during the TBC days. But then after the Wrath of the Lich King, during that time, I didn't play a whole lot during Wrath of the Lich King actually. I just leveled a character to max level. But that's essentially it. Like, I didn't do much. I was busy with all sorts of other things during the Wattle thingamajig. Man, that is so hard to say. Anyways. Then came Cataclysm. And Cataclysm was when I was very interested because they revamped all the leveling zones and was like, yeah, this I like because the leveling zones are, well, they are right now they are mostly wasted space as well because you have well hit instant level 90 by buying the feature, you know. So yeah, there is that, which is a little annoying. But they should have done something with the leveling zones in all honesty, or try and make the leveling experience less, you know, annoying. Yeah, like it would actually mean something instead of like basically the game starting once you are max level. The MMORPG scene or the games really have to work their way out of that thing because that is starting to be really annoying for a whole lot of people, myself included. It's like, of course, leveling right now is much easier. It's like leveling is basically waste of time with how easy it is. As you can see, I'm basically two-shotting mobs, and this is without any kind of heirloom bullshit either. So if I had heirlooms, this stuff would be even more trivial to do. So yeah. There is that. Which is one reason why I've chosen not to get heirlooms, and which is why I probably will never have this character in a guild as well, because, well, if when you are in a guild you're leveling faster because you get more XP and stuff. It's kind of interesting system. So I might just skip having this character ever find a guild either, just to, you know, actually level. Experience how it's the level now. It is kind of strange because I remember vanilla leveling still. That was kind of time consuming, but I didn't mind it really. It was I really enjoyed running dungeons back then for, well, because the dungeons were where the XP really was, right? And it was fun. And also I started playing MMORPGs with EverQuest, and EverQuest was all about party stuff, you know? So it's like you leveled, grinded monsters essentially for leveling a party. There was no real way to solo for majority of the classes. Like you had to be one of a couple certain classes to be able to solo your way up levels. Necromancer, Druid, to an extent Shadow Knight, that sort of stuff. So I kind of miss those days, to be honest, where you would actually, because people actually leveled in a group, like you did the same stuff essentially. You grinded monsters in a team. You had a healer, you had a tank, you had the crowd controllers, all that stuff already in the leveling process. So when you got to the high-end, you know, raids and whatnot, you already had people who knew what their class was supposed to do in the raiding scene, because they did that while they were leveling already. Now for years and years, MMORPGs have gone more and more towards like, well, you just solo your way to max, alright? But then that doesn't really teach people at all what they are supposed to do with their class in a raid. It's like, because the leveling specs are really different from what you do in a raid scene, obviously. It's like, you don't tank 100,000 hit point bosses during, you know, leveling, right? As a, you know, tank. And so on. So, it's a bit of a different thing. You can't heal monsters to death. That is also something they might want to work on, because majority of the time, healers are essentially forced to spec to some kind of a damage spec to actually level solo. When you level in a group, in this case you could do it with a dungeon finder to level through dungeons only. So there is that possibility, obviously, but it's kind of weird still.
Hello, man.
But yeah, probably Lich King didn't do a whole lot. Cataclysm, to go back to that stuff. Cataclysm, I went and leveled a brand new character to max level, because I wanted to see the newbie zone, so I went a Troll Druid from 1 to max.
Let's stick
And
together
then-
in here, okay?
When Mist of Pandaria came, I kind of lost interest because the pandas to me were a dumb idea. It's like, I didn't enjoy that idea at all. It made no sense to me and whatsoever. I just wasn't interested. I leveled a character, one of my old characters, a rogue alt of mine. I leveled that to a max. But I really didn't like do anything during the Mist of Pandaria because of, like, of how silly the damn
Oi, man!
pandas were to me. And also, yeah, I again have this dude like following me around randomly because obviously these monsters are way too difficult to kill solo and all that, you know, stuff and whatnot. As you can see, it only takes 2 hits to kill one. So, yeah, too difficult. Need help. Anyways. The brand new ability, and then this guy is like, he's pulling ads for me, cool. So I guess he's some function then, because it makes this faster, huh? By aggroing mobs to me, so I can kill them faster. Kind of interesting, anyways. So yeah, but now we are at Wrath of the... not Lich King, but Warlords of Draenor. Wrath of the Draenor, as I like to call it. Anyway, Warlords of Draenor so far has been kind of interesting. More, well, I'll put it more interesting than Mist of Pandaria was to me, at least. So, I am kind of interested. Like I said, I have done a few levels in the Warlords of Draenor leveling zones, but not a whole lot of stuff. So some. I plan to do some more, and I plan to level this character to be up there.
Stay away from them.
Just because I've never leveled a warrior past level 25 before, ever. Which is kind of interesting and to think about. It's like I have had a bunch of alts before, but there is a number of classes I never got to a very high level. Oh my word, did I read that right? This event here just end? Yeah, the event just ended. Okay, gonna wait here a sec to, you know, until this is reset and I can do it. Okay, let's retry this thing now as it has reset. And yes, I am ready, Mr. Vol'jin. Let us go and beat this spectral Naga siren with 4 arms and
You were
whatever.
foolish to come here, sea witch. You escaped our vengeance once, but the Dark Spear tribe will not abide your trespassing again.
Storyline and stuff.
You are weak, Vol'jin, like your father was weak. Today, I will finish what I started long ago. The Dark Spear shall be wiped from existence!
Alright, let's go and beat this thing to do that now. Actually, take care of the ads first. Let me deal with this bad boy boss. And then there is that thing, and thankfully now I have Victory Rush. So that makes those ads much easier to deal with. Easy peasy. And oh, okay, so they have no loot. Alright, that's okay. I guess they are some kind of a shade with no loot. So yeah. And here, you die! Damn you! Right, dead. Alright, right. Let's quench these things, because this is some kind of a raid boss thing, which have to be practice for the raid boss in-game stuff. Like quench random braziers and other things, and hello, another, whatever. That is Manifestation of Sea Witch, that's the correct name. I don't know what kind of creature it is, some kind of an undead shade, banshee, whatever freaking thing it is. Okay, let me die again, thank you. And then let's beat the boss. Yeah, right, this is where the guy dies.
Nuts!
Yeah. So I suppose at this point...
No!
It be done. Our ancient
kind of-
enemy is defeated.
you know, should have
I've been
gotten
waiting a long time for a
some
chance
kind
to
of an
avenge
emotional
my father.
connection with this
A
Zuni
great
dude.
weight has been lifted from my shoulders. I must be returning to Darkspear Hold. Please, meet me there once Vanira is done with her healing of the boy.
And then, of course, she can't heal the boy.
I'm afraid there's nothing I can do for our brother. Her power tore away at his soul. I'll send some watchers to get his body so we can offer a proper farewell. I wish I could do more.
Yeah, just like,
Vol'jin rushed off in eagerness, but I
frankly,
can take us
there
back
just
safe.
wasn't enough there
Just
to
give me the
create any
word
kind
when
of
you're ready.
connections. Like, if he had actually, like, helped me do stuff, instead of, like, just randomly getting in the way and pulling random things to me. Hello, Vol'jin, I'm done.
The Sea Witch is dead. Our home is reclaimed. But our future still be uncertain. I've no love for Garrosh.
This guy talks a lot, alright?
But leaving the Horde is
Really,
not a
really
decision
talks
I be
quite,
taking lightly.
quite a lot. Alright, let's just go. Anyways, like I was saying, the Zuni dude's like, oh, it's a death and we cannot resurrect him, and like, really? Make that questline then be that he is actually part of the whole damn thing. It's like all the other things, instead of me being the, you know, just kill absolutely everything and he's just, you know, random tag along, which is like, oh, I can't actually do anything because I am an NPC. It's like, then he would have had something going for him to create kind of an emotional connection, I guess. But, I'm just gonna cut this here. I'm gonna walk to the next town and then go to the Ogrimmar to gather some rested XP and all that stuff. And give some thought to what I'm gonna do with trade skills, profession-wise, for this particular character. Because I'm gonna level another character on the side a little. And maybe take advantage of this character also having the profession slots for that. Might do some actual crafting professions instead of gathering stuff. We will see. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you folks on another time for more World of Warcraft.